Keep choking him out.
He was certainly clamped down on there.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the biggest behind-the-scenes reveals from WWE's Kayfabe breaking series.
I feel like I'm just like on this hot streak and I don't want to ruin it by getting pregnant, but how awful is that I say that, but that's just the reality of being a woman in wrestling.
Number 10. Original plans for SummerSlam.
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 Does Seth have a match 2 weeks out? Whatever it is, can blow his knee out.
Unlike the show's first season, Unreal doesn't go into detail about scrapped plans. However, episode 4 opens with a whiteboard reveal that tells a completely different story from what fans ultimately got. The biggest surprise? Trish Stratus was booked for a main event match at SummerSlam, a PLE she never appeared on.
Her first singles match in 18 years, and it's for the WWE Women's Championship.
Other major plans included Roman Reigns versus Bron Breakker, Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn, the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, Bayley versus Becky Lynch, and the Bellas versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. For many, this preliminary card will look far more appealing than the actual one at the event, but considering these are all WrestleMania worthy, perhaps WWE is just waiting to shoot big down the line.
Don't put that in the notes.
Number 9. Jelly Roll went all in.
Training for SummerSlam. We're going to see how much we weigh today.
There's always a collective groan from the WWE universe whenever a celebrity gets inserted into a storyline. For decades, the company had high-profile names embarrass and bury talent who deserved better. However, Jelly Roll had no interest in putting himself over.
My fear in wrestling was, had I bit off more than I could chew? Was I physically going to be able to do it?
As Unreal reveals, the singer actively campaigned to lose his bout at SummerSlam.
Jelly's lost a lot of weight, not quite enough to throw that T-bone suplex or whatever.
Yeah, but
Logan was trying.
oh! Jelly with a slam in the zone.
Unlike most celebrity matches that are thrown in at the last minute, Jelly Roll went all in, training extensively at the Performance Center, undergoing a strict weight loss diet, and becoming a complete student of the game. Triple H remained on the fence about the finish until the day of the event, but ultimately granted Jelly Roll's wish to go out on his back and tell the story he wanted. Number 8. Pat McAfee was originally set to beat Gunther.
You're Gunther, and it's the night after this horrible loss. You didn't get the best of Jey Uso. Everybody's loving it.
Most thought Gunther versus McAfee at Backlash was a story for the former to reset after his submission loss to Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41. However, Unreal revealed that the ring general was originally set to put McAfee over to avoid a predictable outcome, one that Triple H even considered.
I don't know why Pat McAfee's beating Gunther. Pat wrestling at WrestleMania or SummerSlam? James Bond wins at the end of every James Bond movie because that's what you pay to see. It's the right ending for the story.
WWE VP of Creative Writing Jonathan Bakestrom questioned the benefit of a former world champion losing to a color commentator, and Gunther ultimately decided to finish during the match itself.
You're gonna put him over on the end?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I figured it out again.
Okay.
Another moment shows Triple H urging McAfee to stay in character after Gunther's attack on Raw. Since cameras would follow McAfee backstage, this could have unraveled Kayfabe itself had Adam Pearce not discreetly stepped in to relay the message.
Has somebody told him that? I don't see anybody telling him that. If he comes out of character when we go backstage, you're screwed.
I was being told, literally, by Adam Pearce, who's standing next to me with his arms, we are still alive. We are still alive.
Number 7. The Vision was created to push Bron Breakker.
Seth has been looking for someone to be that ace in the hole, so to speak. We have not named this group yet. I'm not saying we need to Monday.
To put it bluntly, WWE's men's division has a severe superstar shortage. Nearly their entire main event roster is dominated by wrestlers above 40, leaving the company with an urgent need for superstars of tomorrow.
We need people who are going to be able to lead this company in the future. Right now, based on his age and where he's at, hopefully we can put it all together fast and get him ready.
As Unreal shows, Bron Breakker is the company's pick to lead it into the future. While the vision was presented as Seth Rollins' project to maintain his own status, the faction's true purpose is to elevate Breakker into the big leagues.
I know where I want to be, and that's at the top, to where people speak of me as if I'm a Seth Rollins or a Roman or a Punk. You know, this is part of how you get there.
As stated by Rollins, Breakker is the company's, quote, blue chip prospect, someone they envision headlining WrestleMania for years to come. Breakker was visibly emotional when Triple H delivered the news, getting one up on former franchise player Roman Reigns to kickstart his big push.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Who the? That was a human missile intercept! Bron Breakker!
Number 6. Becky Lynch is on her final run.
2024. I was pretty burnt out, and I said, okay, I think this is a good pause. I had been going on all cylinders since I came back from having my daughter.
Though the show doesn't linger on the moment, Becky does make it clear that her time in pro wrestling is nearly up. Reflecting on her career after returning from a year-long hiatus, Lynch admits this is likely the last WWE contract she signed.
This is probably it, you know, this is the final run, this is the final contract. So I suppose it's a matter of knowing that, understanding that, and enjoying that the best I can.
Her hiatus nearly became permanent before she chose to come back. One of her main motivations is to establish new stars, such as Lyra Valkyria, a goal that Unreal explores in detail. Lynch also shares a surprising revelation on how she was originally perceived.
Becky Lynch, very talented, top of the women's locker room, but starting out maybe just a notch behind some of the other folks that came up same time as her.
The WrestleMania main eventer was never considered an it prospect and was constantly on the chopping block before establishing herself as the man to save her career.
I was constantly on the chopping block from day one.
It sort of makes her an underdog.
Number 5. Seth Rollins' botched Money in the Bank win.
LA Knight's back in the mix. Looking to thwart Seth Rollins here.
It's not what we talked about.
LA Knight trying to win Money in the Bank.
Damn it, tell him to go.
Many complained that LA Knight was, quote, buried when he failed to win the 2025 Money in the Bank briefcase. But as Unreal shows, Knight was set up to look strong in defeat, only to botch the finish. Knight was set to battle Rollins on top of the ladder, coming within inches of victory before Rollins stole the win.
Is there a way for them to go double? When they get about halfway up or they get all the way to the top, they fight a little bit back down. He knocks Seth off.
Unfortunately, he took too long to enter the ring, forcing Rollins to take him out on the mat before either could reach the ladder. The series also depicts the fallout from the failed spot.
The suspense and the drama that creates, we lost that.
Rollins and the producers fumed over the missed opportunity, while Triple H reprimanded Knight for failing to seize the moment designed to protect him.
We've got a really good story there. We just missed the moment to put the fire on him.
Number 4. Becky Lynch tried to back out of taking Bayley's spot.
I had been in a tag team with Bayley coming up to Mania.
Bayley and Valkyria are heading to WrestleMania to take on the tag champs.
And then we found out that Becky was returning.
This is why you don't listen to dirt sheets. Right after WrestleMania 41, many speculated that Becky had pushed the idea to steal Bayley's spot on the card. But as we now know, because of Unreal, the reality was quite the opposite.
Bayley deserved to have a WrestleMania match, and I was taking her out. And really, right up until the last moment, I was like, should we maybe do this differently?
The plan had been penciled in before the year even began, with Bayley fully aware that she wouldn't be competing at the event. Not only did Lynch believe it wouldn't work, but she was convinced the crowd would boo her out of the building for replacing Bayley.
She's petrified she's going to come back and be less over.
When you're in this world and you're always wanting to be on top, you have to kind of feel like you're always fighting something.
The series even shows Lynch feeling guilty and attempting to back out altogether. Although Bayley was disappointed, she was willing to go along with whatever creative had decided.
It was like bittersweet in a way when I was told that this was going to happen because, you know, I was excited to have Becky back, but like it started really singing like how much it sucks.
Number 3, John Cena's face turn.
they're not gonna hate you like you want them to hate you. It's not gonna happen.
Arguably the biggest heel turn in wrestling history, Cena's shocking betrayal at Elimination Chamber 2025 didn't exactly have the kind of payoff fans wanted. Most were surprised when Cena reverted to a good guy before SummerSlam without explanation.
The day that John Cena came back to the WWE!
Unreal takes us into the writer's room where Triple H and his team debated it. As it turns out, creative simply couldn't figure out how to justify his face turn. Despite throwing ideas around, they decided Cena would return to his morals simply because of his overwhelming popularity. Cena and Cody Rhodes' SummerSlam match was designed to cast Cena as the hero and Rhodes playing the heel. However, Cena called an audible mid-match, convincing Rhodes to, quote, be himself, resulting in both playing the babyface role.
It's what you want!
This is very John because the moment was there to be a bad guy.
Number 2, Seth Rollins' worked injury.
If we can make people believe that Seth is injured, there's a really cool payoff at the end.
There wasn't very many people in on it.
While many believed working the fans was no longer possible, WWE hit a home run with Seth Rollins' ruse. The idea was conceived by Triple H, who only shared it with a select few. Rollins initially wanted to keep his Saturday night's main event opponent LA Knight in the dark as well, but was convinced otherwise by Triple H.
If the roles were reversed on this and I didn't tell you, you would be out of your mind pissed at me.
The series shows Triple H and Rude staying in character in gorilla position as Rollins sells the injury. The deception was so tight-lipped that Rollins and Becky Lynch maintained the act with their own families.
His dad is texting me and I'm like, do I have to like your dad? Like, who do I have to lie to? So I was like breaking out in hives.
Rollins sold the fake injury for weeks until cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam to pull off the ruse of the century. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Chelsea Green is not considered world champion material. She's seen as an entertaining utility player unlikely to win the big one.
Chelsea is so entertaining, but she is not built for, nor should she be, in a Charlotte Flair role or Tiffany Stratton. Because Chelsea's job is to help make those people.
The reason why Naomi and Sasha Banks walked out of WWE, being booked for a Raw match they didn't want to be in, was the last straw.
Naomi and her partner were going to be in a six-pack challenge to see who was going to get a title shot at the next PLE. Naomi and her partner weren't comfortable at that point being in a match where they'd be pitted against each other.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. R-Truth's quote firing.
R-Truth took to his official X account to officially announce that he has been released from WWE.
Easily the biggest talking point of 2025, R-Truth's release sent the wrestling world into meltdown. After an outpour of support and tribute, his firing seemed unchangeable, until he reappeared at Money in the Bank. While Triple H tried to pass it off as, quote, part of the show at the time, Unreal revealed what really happened.
We got to a point in Truth's run where his contract was coming up. When you are dealing with contracts and money and you're very far apart in the numbers and communication breaks down.
When talks over Truth's expiring contract stalled, WWE told him they wouldn't be renewing, which he interpreted as being fired. It wasn't until a conversation with Nick Khan that both parties reached a deal.
I was hurt. Nick kind of like, he patted that wound. We made the deal, we agreed, the ink was dried. He's like, Money in the Bank would be the best time.
Truth's return was so hush-hush that even Jey Uso and Logan Paul, who were in the match, had no idea.
R-Truth? No way! I was like, no.
No,
Oh, and that head shaving segment? That was Truth's idea all along. What secrets would you like to see exposed in Unreal's next season? Let us know in the comments.